Am I being unreasonable for asking my neighbor to move the newly planted fir trees off my property? A few months ago, my neighbor approached us with a plan to plant a row of fir trees between our yards. We expressed some concerns, particularly regarding an area closer to our house where it tends to get quite dark and where we struggle to grow grass. We also had intentions of planting something smaller in that space. The trees he wanted to plant will grow quite large and aren't what we envisioned for our yard. Despite our concerns, he agreed to plant them on his property, and since he wasn't asking for any money, we decided to let it be. While we were working from home, we noticed the landscapers planting the trees. We stepped out for a quick look at their progress and saw the holes were noticeably large. However, it was difficult to gauge exactly where the trees would be positioned, so we didn't voice any objections at that time. Once the trees were fully planted, we realized that several of them seemed to encroach on our property, particularly in the areas we had previously highlighted. After we notified our neighbor about our concerns, he was receptive and wanted to know which trees we felt needed to be moved. Since we weren't sure of the exact property line, we suggested getting a survey done to clarify. He requested that we do this promptly, as the weather was turning cold and he wanted to move the trees before winter set in. We contacted a surveyor right away, but due to their availability, it took a month to receive the final survey report, which cost us over $3,000. When we finally received the report, it revealed that out of the 12 trees, 6 were clearly on our property, with the trunks solidly on our land, for we're right on the line, and one was encroaching with branches extending significantly onto our property. Only one tree was fully on his land. We promptly sent him the survey's plot plan and asked him to remove all 11 trees that are on or over our property line. Unsurprisingly, he was upset about our request and questioned the timing, wondering why we hadn't brought this up sooner, expressing concerns about the costs he would incur, calling us terrible people, and mentioning he might put up a fence. So, am I in the wrong for asking him to move the trees entirely to his side of the property line, especially where the trunks are right on the line? We're even considering offering to cover half of the removal costs, but we really want to ensure the trees are not on our land.